Hey guys, today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me. I have some new makeup I wanted to try out, things that I got in Vegas from both the Creators and Friends party goodie bag that we got, as well as one little souvenir that I bought, which I'll go ahead and show. I finally got the Rare Beauty liquid blush. I got the mini. I think the mini only comes in one size, or one shade, which is Hope, but this was actually one of the shades that looked most up my alley anyway, so I'm really excited. Also have some eyeshadows from Surratt, Sydney Grace, Clionadh, 3 brands that I have never tried before. And then we also have the Effortless Lips from Revi Beauty, which is Ali Glines' brand. So lots of new goodies to try today. And I also just wanted to catch up and share more about the trip to Vegas because it was so much fun and I got to meet so many other creators that I've been watching and chatting with online for years, and it was just the most surreal weekend of my life. It was so much fun. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna use a mix of new and old things. That's usually how it goes. We're making some good progress here on this e.l.f. primer, so that's gonna be my primer today. So I wanted to sit down and do this little catch up, get ready with me, and chat about the trip because I am sorry to say I hardly vlogged at all on this trip. I fully intended to, and then it just went by so fast, and I really wanted to be present. And so I hardly vlogged except for a room tour of our hotel room, which I guess I can insert that into this video. So this trip, I guess to fill you in if you're like, what are you talking about? So there's this group or initiative, I guess, called Creators and Friends, which was started by Samantha March and Simbri from Simbri Thinks on Instagram. I think they launched this earlier this year, but they essentially put on these events for beauty creators to get together and actually meet and hang out. So I went with my friend Natasha from Too Much Tosh. I feel like we've been online friends for probably going on 7 years, 6 or 7 years. And we finally got to meet. It was so much fun. We also got to meet her husband James, and we hung out with them most of the day on Saturday. So we started off the day getting brunch at Brewdog. It was this rooftop bar, so we hung out there. And then after that, we walked around the strip and we went to Sephora. We spent I don't even know how long Tasha and I spent in Sephora, probably close to an hour and a half. It was a long time. We were walking with James and Nathan, and we were like, oh, we'll just be in here for a few minutes. It won't be long. And then 2 hours later, we were still in there. So they wandered off and got drinks and stuff, and we were just having the absolute time of our lives in Sephora. The Sephora we went to, I don't know my way around Vegas. I think there are multiple Sephoras in Vegas, but it was really big. It was probably the biggest Sephora I've ever been into. And to be fair, I haven't been inside that many Sephoras in my life, but it was awesome. We just had so much fun swatching stuff and sniffing perfumes, and that was when I bought this blush to commemorate the trip. Going in with the Hydromaniac foundation. Everything I'm using I'll go ahead and list down below. This was technically my second time in Vegas, but really my first time actually staying there, because the only other time I was there, it was really just a pit stop on a road trip coming back from the Grand Canyon. We took a detour to Vegas and then came back. But that time I was only in Vegas for a few hours. So it wasn't a proper Vegas trip. So I would say this is really my first real time in Vegas. I really just had a lot of fun walking around, exploring. So that took up most of Saturday morning and afternoon. And then we went back to our rooms. We both stayed at the Tropicana Hotel, which turns out they're actually going to be tearing that down pretty soon, I think, to build maybe a baseball stadium or something. So we got to stay in the Tropicana one of the last times, but I guess before it closes down. So we went back to the hotel to kind of well, I tried to take a nap because I was really tired from getting in late the night before, because we got in late Friday night. And I had to stay up to finish editing my last day of Vlogmas. So I was so tired on Saturday. I was really worried that I was gonna be sleepy at the holiday party. So I tried to take a nap. I was too excited. I was too excited for the party, so I couldn't sleep, but I at least rested my eyes for an hour or so, and then took a shower, and then Tasha and I got ready together. And then it was time for the party. It's so funny. I was so nervous for the party because I was just going to be meeting all these people that I'd never met before. And I just didn't know what to expect. I didn't know like what the vibe was gonna be, how many people were gonna be there, but it ended up being just the most chill and fun time. Everyone was so nice, and I feel like I could have stayed there and talked to people for like 8 hours straight. Like I didn't want it to be over. And it was just so wild to be in the same room as all these people that I've been watching online for years. I got to meet Samantha March, Kelly Gooch, Lauren May Beauty, Angelica Nyqvist. I feel like I was like a little starstruck. Got to meet Tom from Hope Mess Tom, such a sweetheart. Steph from It's Just Steph, Emily from Emily and Max, Kara from Beauty and the Frizz. She was so nice. I wasn't expecting her to be as tall as she is. And that was the funniest thing, was meeting all these people in person and like having an idea of how tall they would be in your head, but then everyone is a different height than you expect. Including, I'm sure a lot of people felt that way about me, because a lot of people, when they meet me in person, they find that I'm a lot shorter than they thought I was. But it was just such a fun time. I wish I could have spent more time just talking to everyone. Also got to meet some new people and found some new people to follow. So that was the actual holiday party, and I think that ended at like 10 or 10:30 or something. And then there was an after party, which at first Tosh and I were like, oh man, and especially Tosh, because she is from Pennsylvania, so she is on East Coast time. So it really felt like it was 3 hours later to her. We stayed out until like 4 a.m. Saturday night, which I don't even remember the last time I did that, but it was so worth it. Like I didn't want the night to end. I was just having the best time. But everyone was so nice and so sweet and just exactly the way I knew them from their videos. It's like, that's who they were in real life. And it was just wild and so much fun. Like, I feel like, and I kept saying, like, I feel like it went by so fast. Yeah, so we got there on Friday and left on Monday. So we had the party and stuff was on Saturday. All right, let's try on this Rare Beauty blush now. This is in the shade Hope. Everyone says about these blushes, you just need like one dot. So that's what I'm gonna start with. Okay, really like that color. I don't know if I love going straight on to my cheek with the dot. I might prefer, I'm gonna take a little bit more on the back of my hand now and then pick that up on my brush. Okay, I think that might be my preferred method of application, because I felt like it went on just the teeniest bit patchy over here, but the color is really pretty. Very pigmented, I can see why. Like, even though this is a pretty light color, I was thinking, like, maybe I need more than one dot, but really, I think one dot was plenty. Man, I am really liking that blush color, though. So anyway, where was I? The after party was at this place called the Gatsby, or Gatsby's Lounge, which was inside of the Resort World casino. So yeah, we stayed out until probably like 4 a.m. Like, I think we got back to our hotel at like 4:15 in the morning. So then we still had all day Sunday as well after that. We definitely took Sunday kind of slow because, like I said, we were up really late. So we slept in a little bit and then got brunch with Tosh and James again at Denny's. Our server was so nice. Jeffrey at Denny's, shout out to him. Such a nice guy. Then Sunday afternoon, Nathan and I went and explored downtown Fremont, which I had never heard of. But our Uber driver that we had on the way to the hotel from the airport Friday night told us about it. He was like, that's my favorite part of Vegas. Like, you should definitely go check it out. So we walked around some souvenir shops and then just walked around to like the end of the street. And I would definitely recommend checking out Fremont of Vegas if you're there. It kind of felt like what you see in movies of Vegas. Yeah, it just had kind of like an old-timey feel and a little bit less busy and hectic than the Strip. So that's what we did Sunday afternoon. And then for dinner on Sunday, we ended up getting dinner with a few of the other people from the event. So me, Tosh, and our partners, and then Tom from Hope Miss Tom, Steph from It's Just Steph, and then Emily from Emily and Max. We got dinner at this sushi restaurant called Raw Sushi. That was so good. I had never been to like a proper sushi restaurant, I don't think, somehow. And it was really yummy. I thoroughly enjoyed that meal. And it was nice to have just a little bit more of a chill, like sit down and chat kind of situation. And then after dinner, we walked around. We walked a lot. And I will say, I didn't realize how much walking took place in Vegas. And I only brought like cute shoes. I didn't bring any I didn't bring any comfortable shoes at all. So my feet were dead by the end of the trip, but again, it was worth it. But yeah, that night we walked around and we went and saw one of the fountain shows, the Bellagio, which was really fun. Like, it's really cool what they do with those fountains. Highly recommend that if you're there. And that was it. That was the trip. I felt like it went by so fast. I was, like I said, I was so sad when it was over. Because I just like, I wish I could have spent a week hanging out with these people, you know? And it just, yeah, it went by so fast, and then we all had to go home, and I really hope that we get to do more of these little meetups and get-togethers, because it was just so refreshing to not only to be around people who are into the same like common interest. We got to talk a lot about makeup and stuff, but we also talked a lot about just life and YouTube and like the common challenges that we all face doing social media. Like I said, I felt like it went by so fast. There's so many people that I wish I could have gotten to talk to more also. And I really hope that these events continue, because I would go to all of them. So as part of the event, we did actually get these goodie bags, which I was expecting just a little like paper bag or something when they said goodie bags. No, we got the entire Ally Glines makeup bag kit. So it's this like mini suitcase basically, and inside you get these little like packing cubes but for makeup. So there's one for brushes, then this size, and then two of this little size. And I was amazed by how much makeup I was able to fit in these. I actually ended up like repacking, like when we were packing to come home, I ended up packing all my makeup in here instead of in the like random makeup bags that I had packed them in, just to save space. And this was a lifesaver actually. I felt so organized coming home. So one of the things we got, I've already put them in this little empty palette, but we did get some magnetic shadows from Sydney Grace, which I've never tried Sydney Grace before. We have the shades Crescent Moon, which is like this gray taupe. And then this metallic taupe shade here is called New Moon. And then we also got a shadow from Clionadh, another brand that I hadn't tried before. This is so pretty. And this also came with a nail polish. It's a very similar color. This is the shade Lightfast, which is a Series 3 iridescent multi-chrome, they say. And then we also received an eyeshadow from Surat, which I've heard so much about from Tom. This is their Soufflé eyeshadow in the shade, I'm gonna butcher this, Gris Doux. I did try this on Sunday before we went out to get sushi, along with a couple of those other shadows, and I was not expecting the texture of this to be so interesting. I've never felt anything like this before. So it's squishy, but also solid, almost like Jell-O. I don't know how to describe it. It's actually really hard to describe. I'm gonna apply this all over my lid. But this is absolutely my kind of shade for a one and done taupe shadow. I love that. It has a really pretty sparkle to it as well. I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit more of this on my brush. This is an Eco Tools Defined Crease Brush. I actually don't know how this picks up on a brush, but I just wanna blend a little bit more in the crease. So that alone is like a beautiful, complete eye look in my opinion. But I wanna use these shadows as well from Sydney Grace and Clionadh. I do want to dip into the shade Crescent Moon from Sydney Grace. I'm just going to pick some of that up on this like sort of small wispy crease brush. Just going to dust that in the crease. Just want to define my crease and outer corner with that shade a little bit. Alright, then I'm going to take a little bit of New Moon on my finger. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to tap that out here in like the center of the lid. And then I'm going to dip into Lightfast from Clionadh. And I'm popping that in the inner corner, and I'm also going to bring it in this like inner corner of my lid. Ooh, look at the shift of that shade. I see like blue, green, gold, pink. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, that is really pretty, really fun. All right, I'm just going to move some brown liquid liner here. And then on my lower waterline, I'm going in with the Essence Extreme Lasting Eye Pencil in Silky Nude. really been back into highlighting the lower waterline. Alright, so I went in with some of the Ulta Beauty New Heights mascara. So last but not least, I have the 3 shades from the Revi Effortless Lips line. So this is Ali Glines' new brand. I've already worn the shade Lily, and I think this is my favorite of the 3. This is like the peachy nude. So that's Lily. Then we have Dahlia, which is more of a mauve. There's Dahlia. And then this one is Tulip. This one is more of a red color. And so you can see these are like a tinted balm in terms of like how much pigment they have to them. And they really do feel almost like a lip butter. Like they remind me of way back in the day, the Sonia Kashuk Shine Luxe Sheer lipsticks. Anybody remember those? This is kind of like that, except a little bit less glossy. So which shade do I want to wear? I think I'm going to go with the shade Dahlia, this more mauve-y pink color. Let's try that on. I kind of want to go ahead and try on all 3 just so you can see what they look like. So that's Dahlia, and then we can decide which one looks best with this eye look. So here's Lily. This is really close to the color of my lips. Ooh, yeah, I love, this is like my kind of everyday lip. So there's Lily. All right, and here is Tulip, the more red one. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Love that as well. So that ties in well with the inner corner Clionadh shadow. But this formula, and specifically the shade Lily, the moment I put this on, it was like an instant favorite. You know when you try on a product for the first time and you're just like, I know this is going to be a favorite. This was actually in my purse before filming this, so let me put on some earrings to complete this look. All right, now the look feels complete. Anyway, like I said, that was a little recap on the trip to Vegas. Oh, look who it is. Hello there. So that was just a little recap on our weekend in Vegas. I had such a blast. Like I said, I'm sorry I didn't vlog. It just went by so fast, like I said, but I did manage to vlog a little room tour of our hotel room at the Tropicana, so I will go ahead and insert those clips here. Hello, we just made it to our hotel in Las Vegas. It's like 11:30 p.m., so I'm gonna probably keep this brief, but I wanted to show our room, especially with the view at night, because it's awesome.
It is. The view is the best part, for sure.
It is, it is. I won't keep it from you any longer.
I love how green the MGM is.
Yeah. It's even more green in person, I feel like, than it looks on camera.
Yeah, there's the Excalibur on the left.
Yeah, isn't that cool? I love those big windows. We'll do a little room tour. So next to the window we have a nice big chair and table and lamp. Here we have a nice sized desk. I'm gonna get some editing done there. Got a TV. And
Nice rattan accents.
yeah, actually that's very quaint. I like that. It's a taste of home.
A taste of home!
Because we have rattan on our TV.
Taste of home! Oh, I'm right there. Oh, and a whole save.
Oh, cool.
For all our winning.
We have a rattan TV stand at our apartment for those that don't know. For those that don't know.
For those that don't know.
This is a closet. Nice.
We have an ironing board and an iron.
Awesome.
And a beautiful... Is it?
What is it that? What is that for? Oh.
Is it real bamboo?
I don't think so.
It's
it looks
like
wood.
a...
I guess it's for like laying your clothes out or something.
Yeah.
Then here's the bathroom. Ooh, I always like seeing what toiletries they have. I haven't looked at this yet.
Oh, a little almond olive oat bar for breakfast. That's nice.
Almond and olive revitalizing shampoo, softening conditioner, and moisturizing lotion. Got a hair dryer, towels, and a nice big tub.
Nice counter space around it as well.
Yeah, you can set a lot of things on there.
Good thing we brought a suitcase full of products.
We did. Many products. Toilet.
And a nice art.
Oh yeah, that is a nice art. Nice little painting there. Ooh, I love these headboards actually. You know, I'm loving the rattan accents of this room. All right, I think that concludes this room tour.
All right. See ya.
And it is really thanks to you guys' support that I'm able to do things like this. So I have to give you guys a huge shout out and a huge thank you as well for being here and supporting me. And I have lots of end of year wrap up videos coming up, so definitely stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already. Otherwise, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you again very soon in my next video. Bye!